I don't even know, bro. It is so easy to freaking distract yourself. I got my phone, I got a PlayStation 5, I got food. Even when the will to pray and meditate and look inwards and work out is there. What is this, man? What's going on? It'll be there throughout the day. Like I'll just be like watching YouTube. Well, today it wasn't just like mindless entertainment. Honestly, it's probably less. It's been less mindless. It's been moving towards kind of like business oriented, and then more not thinky. I don't know if that's the word I want to use. It definitely isn't. More thought based, need attention, not like just shorts type of content. But it just has been consuming. And it was interesting saying the word consuming because I find right now that overconsumption consumes you. I think I moved out of discomfort right there. That was uncomfortable. I'm being consumed by my own overconsumption. I did that on purpose. What the heck, bro? I'm being consumed by. I don't know, bro. This is just uncomfortable, man. Like, I'm just trying to. I could really just meditate and just say thank you. Because I do also believe that God is going to just either take or implant. I say that to say this: take away the wanting, the low level wanting to just constantly consume, or just implant a fiery want or a fiery. I don't know if he'll do that though. I do agree with the taking away, but now that I'm starting to word him essentially implant a fiery motivation, I shouldn't depend on motivation. I've heard it called the motivation monkey, like just jumps from branch to branch. I'm gonna be waiting then. I don't know, man. I don't know. 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 I guess that's why I just pulled out my phone. I was like, let me just create something. Because then earlier I was trying to freestyle and it was just feeling off. I'm like, yo, why is it? This is not buzzing right now. I found myself eating too. Well, one does eat, but like overeating, something like that. Not really, but eating out of boredom. You know, I had to get closer because like they frame the words better now. Yeah, and also I just watched this video and he was, the title is "You should definitely film your boring life." So here we are. Uh, I figured I'd just make it more instead of there being a word for the video, like a preachy topic. Make something relatable, bro. Like I actually did have something I could say, but I think I'll save that for the next video. But this one just be a relatable one, bro. Like I've been consuming a lot today. I don't know if you guys know who Kirby is, but that reminded me of Kirby. But yeah. And then this is the ideal outline, right? So you have the idea that you want to act on, and then that is the focal point of your life. Um, so a business idea, I'm doing that, and when I'm not doing that, I'm in prayer, and then the lines kind of blur as well. So it kind of all, my whole life becomes prayer essentially. But it kind of starts off like that. So I have my laptop open. I'll do what I'm doing. Laptop dies. Straight into prayer. And then rinse and repeat. or even like if I want a little bit more engagement or consumption, I have books. I have books right here. The main books I still haven't unpacked for my Hawaii trip. 1 month in Hawaii, by the way. Yeah. But this is the first one I seen. Praying Like Monks, Living Like Fools. An invitation to the wonder and mystery of prayer. This actually might be it. I'll leave this right here. That sounds like a good book to read. Even kind of just doing this lifts the spirits. You know, just pointing the phone and recording. Even when you record a Snapchat video that's like 10 seconds long, for those 10 seconds, you're lifted more. Whether that means you're acting or your spirits genuinely get lifted during the video. I think it's a combination of both. Maybe not at the same time, but maybe one this time, one the other, or a blurred line type of situation. But I don't know. I'm just going to be rambling. I'm just going to be recording my boring life. That's what this is. For some reason, I have like random tools on my desk. I don't really use those. I would give you guys a room tour, but here it is. Actually, I don't even have a sheet on my bed. I mean, I have a sheet on my bed. You know? Orange peel. Part of my eating. That's kind of like regular eating. It's orange. Can you really overeat fruits? And if you can, I think that's preferred. As opposed to like overeating chips. I watched another short that really sparked it again. Which it's really all God. Because I'm going to say this before I get into the content of the short. You're not meant to... We focus too much on the blessing. We put the blessing over the blesser. The one who blesses. When it's meant to be the other way around. Surface level, it's the short that seem to ignite the prayer. But that's God. He's the one moving the chessboard pieces. Another way of saying it is life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So anyway, the contents of the short. She was saying how we're meant to be good stewards of ourselves. Felt the cross when I did that. Let me put it out. She was like, there's a tendency to always want to pour into other people. She was like, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But even Christ went away from the crowd and went into silence and solitude to have the Lord pour into him. And the same thing is meant to be done with us. We're meant to retreat into stillness and silence and have the Lord pour into us. And this actually, I'm going to briefly touch upon what was written down. Complete surrender of your will. Completely surrender yourself and abide in his presence. Because you cannot exist in the presence of God. When you're abiding in the presence, when you're still and silent, when you're completely with him, there is no you. You can't exist in the sun. You get consumed. There's no co-creation. There's no I'm here with you, God. There's none of that. It's either you're in the presence of God or you're present. And that's a way to kind of cheat code. Not really cheat code, but for lack of a better phrasing, I'm going to say cheat code. A surefire way to know if you're in the presence of God or not. Are you present? Are you conscious of yourself? Are your thoughts going? Are you thinking about yourself? Are you thinking about words? That's another thing. I've heard thinking is a tool, right? Practical thinking. Emotional thinking is the path to misery. But we only, or we 90 to 99 to 100% only think about words. And I've heard, this isn't relating to the Alan Watts. If all we think about is thoughts, all we have is thoughts to think about, something like that. That meshes completely with this. But we're supposed to think about, we're supposed to have like images also in our mind, and like not just words. As if words can ever fully encapsulate life. Why do you think ancient Egyptians had hieroglyphs? They had symbols. Symbols is a more accurate, a more, what I say accurate? I'd say a better means of language and inscribing things. They did build the pyramids, and I think the running theories we have on the architecture and the actual making of those pyramids don't make any sense, considering the distance they had to travel with those. I've heard a pulley system. You get the, and then everybody pulls it. But then what about the distance? How do you account for the distance? I think I've heard there was flowing rivers that brought it down. No, buddy. No. I've also heard that there was like a slope, kind of like, not like stairs, but there was some type of ascending platform for them to stack the blocks. Buddy, you have to build that too. And the angle that you have to go up with those blocks, you're gonna die. I don't know why, or I don't know how. I used to say aliens. I still kind of believe that, considering ancient civilizations that had no way of communicating, super far, miles on, hundreds of miles to thousands of miles apart from each other, depict similar stories of beings coming down and imparting knowledge onto them, and the pyramids were built for them. So they helped them build the pyramids as well, because that isn't by human means. And isn't it supposed to be that we're at the pinnacle of science, and going back in history is like this? They're supposed to be looking up towards us, but it looks like we're looking up to them. In some respects, could we have built the pyramids with what we know now, with what they had? No. The answer is no. I'm not gonna let it marinate. Forget that. Cheese. But did they have cheese though? We got a lot of cheese. I like cheese. Did they have pizza? They didn't have pizza or TikTok. I think we're winning. But oh yeah, I still didn't. I fumbled that. It was supposed to be like, oh hey, I didn't know you were still there. But I don't edit these videos, so I'm gonna leave that in there. And the guy was also saying in the, oh no, going back to the short, you're supposed to be a good steward of yourself. She said that we're all ministries, something like that. She worded it better. And instead of just pouring into other people's ministries, we're meant to be a good steward of this temple and allow God to pour into us. How do we expect to pour into others if we don't have any contents in our cup, or if our content is running dry? Our well is running dry. Give me, please. And the good thing with this is it trains your mind to grab things faster and grab substance faster. Because I could just talk about cheese and TikTok again, but I don't think that's of value. And not to say that, actually, yeah, I will say that. Value. Give as much value as you can. Even if it's just a smile, that's value. Laughter is the best medicine. As worry is, let me think, give me a second. Laughter is the best medicine, as worry is the best poison. You want to poison yourself and you want to die quicker, just keep worrying about that situation you're in. Or you could be grateful. Instead of seeing water, seeing with the understanding, seeing with your eyes only, see with the Word of God. He says it's wine. Thank you. My eyes deceive me and my thoughts deceive me constantly. So does my heart. If my heart were to be the compass for my life, I'd be led to hell. I do believe in intuition, like intuitive feelings, but that's not how you experience most of your life. The feelings of your heart, for the most part, it goes like this. You want to do something, your heart stops you because you're scared. You want to act on that business idea, you get stopped right here because you're following your heart and you believe your heart and your mind. That's hell. But then it could also be said that your heart is leading you towards the dragon. And the dragon only guards the treasure. So I guess there's multiple ways to interpret something like that. Not the dragon part, but leading with your heart, or letting your heart be your compass. Yo, if my arm is this big. New moves alert. New moves alert. Actually, I won't speak on the new moves, but I'll speak on something that influenced the new moves. This video I watched, again with the consumption. It was this young lady who's in business. She was on this channel called Upflip Academy. It's this guy who goes around interviewing business owners and going into their whole business procedure and just asking them questions, usually like an hour long. But she was saying how business, you're supposed to be scrappy in business in the way that you don't wait for things to be perfect, because simply they'll never be. You just go, you scrap it out. And if you fail, you mess up, chalk it up to the game, bro. It's another rep. Same with making little TikTok videos. Now I'm somewhat speaking on the plan. Making little TikTok videos, nobody cares if it's a flop. You know how many flops are out there? And you watch them and say they're a flop, but you don't even have the cojones to do the same thing. You're the flop. Look at my face, disgust, flop. Scrap it out, bro. Get scrappy. Document your boring life. You have nothing to say, bro. Who cares? Get in a chair, put a light on you, put the iPhone towards you, and just start freestyling, bro. I came from the bean, Boston. My team is mean. It's like it ain't, cause Jesus Christ is the main scene of the shirt. Meaning without him it'll come apart and there'll be no shirt. You know how I do, bro. Simple living ahead. Eat the turkey with the tomato juice, ketchup. Alright, we're gonna end it there, guys. But get creative, stop consuming. Take it from me, a consumer type previously. Right now and moving forward, it's yet to be determined because this is new. This is unknown. New, constant refresh button. Who knows what's going to happen going forward? Only Siths speaking absolutes. I got a tip on check your pimping real quick, pimping. You know what I'm saying? All right. Get a little neck roll. Make sure to get your movements in, guys. Full ranges of motion. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. and you want to be able to move your body however you want to. So if you don't go to the fullest range of motion, you'll only be able to go here. But what if you need to go here? So that means you need to train all the way over here. Okay, before I keep rambling. Salud.